Hola, soy Señora Stacy. I'm your Spanish 1 teacher for this year. Although currently I am on maternity leave and I won't be back until October 5th. So we are very fortunate to have Señora Yonides, who is an experienced Spanish teacher, and she'll be taking over for me until that point. I just wanted to give you a brief overview of what the first few weeks of Spanish 1 look like. Because this is a beginning class and we're assuming that there's some students that have never taken a Spanish class before, we start out with the very basics, even though we know that some kids, you might have already encountered a lot of this material. So we do a lot of new vocab like basic greetings, conversations, the numbers, days of the week, months of the year, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot in the first 6 weeks. But it's mostly just vocabulary and memorizing conversations. So nothing too intense. Once we move on further in the year, we'll do more grammar and spelling and that kind of thing. But the beginning of the year is not as intense. However, you need to make sure you stay on top of your vocabulary and things you learn, especially earlier in the first few weeks, because this chapter is so large that the test that we take in mid-October covers so much. And even though it's matching and that kind of thing, which is a little easier of a task, there's a lot of content that you'll have to remember. So just keep that in mind from the beginning and you'll do great. And I look forward to meeting you in October. I almost forgot. With this new hybrid system, there's a new requirement that is different for virtual learning from the spring, and that is that your at-home work is done by 3 p.m. Now, that's a building policy, so if you have an issue with that, you're going to have to talk to administration. Anything done after 3 o'clock is going to be considered late. So just make sure that you are logging in early, getting your work done. I promise we're never going to assign so much work in Spanish anyway that you're overwhelmed, but be aware of that new requirement for this year.